actually talk about capitalism now a little bit more, shall we?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so tell me why you believe in capitalism, how you got to that place, and why it's better.
Capitalism is better because it honors the individual.
I think that it does inspire more creativity,
Ingenuity,
more,
yes.
yeah,
Innovation.
ingenuity, innovation, because they're being rewarded for something that's their individual talents or gifts and something that they're contributing. They feel more incentivized to contribute something to the world. But if everything is treated equally and they don't have the incentive, then how are they going to be inspired to bring those gifts out, to bring those special things out that can help other people or contribute to the society? And I remember that when I first started my business 10 years ago, my relationship coaching business, I had gotten laid off of my corporate job. I was working for a marketing company for about 2 years. They were doing a massive layoff, and I got laid off. And then I started receiving unemployment, right? I was receiving unemployment checks for a couple of months from this job that I was working at. And I remember about 4 months into receiving the unemployment checks, I just had this real come to Jesus conversation with myself. And I said, look, if I keep receiving these unemployment checks, I feel like I'm never going to really have that risk, that feeling of being totally backed into a wall with no other help, no one to help me. And I'm really just going to be forced to make sure my business really works and to give it my 1,000% all. So I remember that day when I decided I'm not receiving any more unemployment checks. I'm done with that. And I had a really crazy first month of that with no other income coming through. And I was scared as hell. Where am I going to make my rent money? How am I going to feed myself and everything? But within 3 months, I was making more money than I was making with the unemployment checks coming in, because it called upon me to be so resourceful and figure it out, right? I mean, I was working my tail off, and then within months, I ended up matching my old income.
Yeah. The reality is there's a reason why in capitalist societies, innovation is prosperous. Innovation succeeds. Innovation takes off because there is a profit motive. And a profit motive is not, evil. A profit motive really is appealing to human nature. It doesn't rule over me. I know how to utilize it, and I know how to live independently and keep the wolves at bay.
Now, do you think that a lot of people that have disabilities, they are a fan of capitalism, or not? Because I think a lot of them, it could be easy to kind of slip into that dependency mindset, or depend on other people to provide for them, and be less individualistic. But that could be like a crutch, right? Because we didn't, that's not what you did. You really relied on yourself to wipe your own ass.
Yeah, no, that's how I roll. The situation is you've got to seize opportunities. Robin Williams said carpe diem, but I'm more about seizing opportunities. And I think what it is more handicapped people would be apt to seize opportunities if they didn't learn that they were dependent on the largesse of the state. If they were empowered. And the wonderful thing about capitalism, it doesn't care if you're fat, doesn't care if you're thin. Good in my case.
Yeah.
It doesn't care if you're male or female.
Yeah.
It cares if you have something that the marketplace desires.
Something to offer, something to contribute that's positive.
Yeah. I mean, all the marketplace really cares about is, can you serve others in terms of providing something that's saleable? Friends, the accumulation of wealth is not an end in itself. Never has been. But it opens up other doors. Doors to romance. Doors to ongoing independence. Doors to financial freedom. Allowing you to live your life your way. And also to bless others. On behalf of Deanne and myself, I hope you are encouraged by what we share. And further, that you have an unfolding vision of what you can do as opposed to what you can't. So we must encourage each of you to reshape your reality by controlling your thoughts and controlling your words and allowing your God-given capabilities to manifest.